Welcome back to Max's Muscle TV. Regardless of your body type, when it comes to nutrition, there's certain foods you have to get used to eating on a regular basis. It's what we call our top 10 bodybuilding foods, and that's what the boys will be looking at this week. Take it away, Freddie.
Thanks, Tony. I'm here again with Peter Wright, Extreme Chef. Welcome back, Pete.
How you going, Fred?
Great, thanks. Well, Pete, I'm sorry, mate, but you got the day off today.
Well, I might have the day off from cooking, but we're going to go through the top 10 foods that bodybuilders eat all the time.
That's right, and what we've done is we've broken it up into proteins, carbs, and essential fats.
No alcohol there?
No alcohol, Pete. A problem with alcohol, it's got a lot of calories in it, and everything in moderation, but alcohol's a bit of a no-no if your goal is to put on high quality muscle.
So not in the top 10?
Not in the top 10.
Bottom 10?
Nowhere near it.
Nowhere near it,
no.
okay.
Add a few extra digits to that.
Okay.
Well, Pete, the first thing we're going to look at is proteins. And as we know, you can't build muscle without protein. Now, whey protein is really important for rebuilding muscle tissue and helping with your recovery as well. And in this case, Max's has got a great hydrolyzed whey protein, which has got high branched chain amino acids and glutamine, and it's readily absorbed and very, very important for muscle tissue repair.
So protein is number one on your list, on your top 10?
It'd definitely be protein number one. The other options we've got on protein is eggs.
Now eggs, Fred, we can do anything with eggs. We can make cakes with them, we can bake with them, but you use them specifically for protein. So we want egg white omelettes, hard-boiled eggs, things that we can take with us for lunch.
That's right, and scrambled eggs are great. We use a mixed ratio of 1 egg yolk with every 3 egg whites.
Right.
So high quality protein. Great thing is with eggs, as you said, it's very versatile. 6 grams of protein per serve, so you get a good protein hit on that.
Very good. So moving on to meats and fish. So we've got some nice red meat here. If you just look, when you're buying red meat, we're looking for that visible fat. See how we've got a little bit of white fat? We just trim that off. So the best meat for bodybuilders is no visible fat. You might also get a little bit of marbling through, which is also fat. So any white is definitely fat. So this, we would grill it very quickly. We would add no oil to it. I mean, I would add probably a bit of salt and pepper, but you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
So very good lean meat, no visible fat is the key. So also, Fred, there's lots of different cuts. Obviously, we go from fillet steak down to mincemeat. All depends on your budget. The most important thing with buying meat is go to the same butcher all the time. Tell him you're a bodybuilder and what you're after, and he'll look after you and make sure you get the right product for the right price.
You're right on that. I've got a really good relationship with my butcher, and he cuts me the best eye fillets, and it's just so succulent. Now, moving on to tuna, Pete. Tuna is staple to any bodybuilder's diet.
It's perfect, comes in a can. You don't have to refrigerate it. You can just eat it anytime you like. And these days you can get many flavours of tin tuna. You can get it in spring water, you can get it in oil, you can get it in chili, tomato, whatever flavour you want. But very convenient, very easy to use.
Chicken breast, Pete, cornerstone of any bodybuilder's diet.
We've got here some grilled chicken and some steamed chicken. Skinless breast is the best chicken. The thighs and the legs have a lot of fat through them and a lot of sinew, so it's more of a dark meat. So we're looking for the white meat. If I was buying chicken, again at the supermarket, just buy it in the deli counter. They turn over a lot of chicken. But you're looking for something that's a little bit glossy, has no odour to it, and I'd probably buy it every couple of days. So if I brought it home, I'd cook it all, and then just eat it over the next couple of days.
Green vegetables, Pete, another staple part to any bodybuilder's diet. Great thing is with green vegetables, you can eat it in abundance, Pete, because it's calorie neutral and it aids muscle recovery. So really, really good.
So the only thing we do with our green vegetables at this end of the scale is just steam them or boil them or microwave them. So there's nothing added to it. There's no salts, peppers or oils or butters, just straight out. Broccoli, green beans, zucchinis, silver beets, all those dark green fibrous vegetables.
Right. Moving on to carbs, Pete.
So carbs are very important as well. So here we've got some brown rice. Now again, these days you can buy pre-cooked brown rice or you can cook it yourself. Now when you're cooking brown rice, you've got to boil it for quite a long time, 20, 25 minutes. So it does take a fair bit more time than white rice, but a lot better for you. But you can also buy it already in those single-serve pouches, which are great again for throwing in your bag and taking to work.
So what that means to people at home is white rice goes through your system a lot quicker, whereas brown rice takes a lot longer to go through your system.
So we've also got oats, just rolled oats, so they're not roasted or anything.
Now oats are a great soluble fibre, we call it. What happens with oats is they create gels in your stomach, and what these gels do is slow down the body's digestive system.
The fantastic thing about oats is it's one of the cheapest foods in the market. You don't have to buy a boutique brand. There's no Gucci oats. You can buy the home brand. And they're very versatile, as you said. You can mix them with yogurts, with your proteins, and great nutritious.
And folks, you can have them any time of the day, no matter if it's morning or late evening, a really good source of soluble fibre.
People say, oh, they don't like to eat porridge or oats, it's really stodgy and heavy.
Well, it's their only option, so it's really bad luck.
That's it.
That's it. Better to have oats than something that's processed. Now moving on to almonds here, Pete, they're still a protein, but they're also a fat as well. What I like to do is I like to pre-soak my almonds in water, and it gives it a really nice crunch as well, Pete.
So no roasting the almonds crisp in the oven?
No, leave it, just get a lot of water in there, and again, will help you digest it a lot easier. Pete, natural almonds are best as opposed to cashews and other nuts, so my choice is to stick with almonds. Now what we've got as well is we've got some oils. Now oils are what's classed as an essential fatty acid, very good for joint, heart, testosterone levels as well, and a great blend here of omega-3, 6 and 9. Pete, a lot of people like the oil in a capsule form, but I actually like to drizzle it over my foods, my pancakes or my porridge, whatever the case is, so it's more convenient and versatile.
So using the moisture in the oil to loosen up your food a bit.
That's right, because some of the foods can become dry a little bit, so adding that oil gives it a really good texture.
That's great.
So there you go, Pete, our top 10 bodybuilding foods. Obviously, if your goal is to really put on muscle, this is really important as part of your whole shopping experience. And what we did is we asked our top Max's bodybuilding athletes what they did when it comes to shopping.
Yeah, shopping, it's a good one. I like doing the shopping actually. I like picking my own food.
Food shopping is something that I actually really enjoy doing.
I shop, if not every day, every second day.
My shopping is never ending. I seem to be always in the shops every couple of days.
When I'm dieting, I don't like to go to the shops, don't like to be tempted.
Luckily for me, I've got a wife, a very good wife, and she does the shopping once a week.
My shopping routine is basically once a week. I write a list, a very comprehensive list of all the things that I need to get. Just make it a once a week trip.
Maybe twice a week for fresh stuff like your greens especially, which tend to go off fairly quickly.
End of the week, get all my food for the start of the week and set myself up so I know how much meat I've got, protein and veggies for the whole week.
My job is quite flexible. Being a personal trainer, I'm normally home during lunchtime, so I've got that flexibility to buy food fresh every day or every second day and cook my meals the night before. So I don't necessarily have to cook everything a week's in advance and freeze or defrost or anything like that, which a lot of people who work full-time or work 9 to 5 would often have to do.
I've got a market that I go to as well for my meats. Sometimes I might be stuck for getting it for time, so I do go to Coles. I prefer to get fresh meat if I can.
I try to keep it really simple. I try to get everything from the same place. So I go to a big supermarket that I know has everything that I need. That way it's simplified. I'm not running around all over the place trying to get the foods that I need.
I'm not a big believer in buying meat from a supermarket, but because particularly their lean mince and some of their lean red meat products, they do put their fat content on the packet. That certainly helped me because I was trying to eat as low fat as possible. So if I knew that their premium mince was only 3 grams of fat per 100 grams, then I was comfortable with that. Whereas if I went to the butcher, I didn't know what the fat content of that meat was going to be. So same with their lean red steak and those kind of things, it had their fat content on them. So that's why I tend to shop from Woolworths.
We actually know our butcher. We know what's fresh. He'll tell us what's just come in, what's really good.
I mean, if you're consistently going there, they kind of get to know you and work out what you want. So generally it's just a quick phone call and 2 kilos of this and 2 kilos of that, and they know what you're talking about.
I try to go when I'm not hungry. I find that if you're hungry and you go shopping, you buy far more than you need to. And I think I like to go in the evenings too, because there's usually less people and I can take my time and read labels and not look like a freak.
Might seem a bit obvious, Pete, as everyone goes shopping, but some great information there.
That's right, Fred, and what I got out of it was, when you're going shopping, have some really good relationships with your butcher and your greengrocer, and you won't waste your time and you'll come back with great products all the time.
That's very true, so I encourage you guys at home to do the same thing. So that's it for this segment. Thanks very much, Pete, and we'll catch you again next time.